Welcome back, friend, to A Garden and a Bible Farm. Today we're not in the garden. However, we are going to put up our Christmas tree and decorate the front of our home, as well as have a small family Christmas get-together. When I first got married, I wanted to do something completely different than what I did while I was growing up with my parents and my siblings. I wanted to get a fresh Christmas tree. And let me tell you, it is a lot of work. So the artificial one is here to stay. And I absolutely love it because all I have to do is take it out of the storage room and put it up, fluff it up, and decorate it the way I like it to be. When I was growing up with my parents, my siblings and I, we really loved putting up the Christmas tree, mainly because we had ours as individual branches and we had to stick it into the stem of the tree. It was color coordinated and we had to find the pieces, and it was like a puzzle for us. And as kids, everything excites us. And so we really, really loved putting up the Christmas tree, and I still love doing it till today. In fact, Christmas is my favorite season of the year. Simply being because it is more than just taking off of work and taking off of school and buying presents for ourselves. It is about spending time and understanding the depths and the love of Christ and what he did for each and every one of us on the cross by redeeming us back to the Father. So I'm so grateful to him and to Father God for even giving us the opportunity to be his own and to be able to share in the love that God has for each and every one of us. Here we're putting up the Christmas tree, and you can see that we're putting up our different decorations, and I'm one that doesn't care for something too over the top. I just like the simplicity of the different colors here that you're seeing, the gold and the silver and the red, and the lights that are shining. And I was so fortunate and privileged, as we all are this season, to be able to do this with my family. And I'm so very grateful that God saw it fit for each and every one of us to be alive till today, including you. I'm so grateful for you. And I pray that you also find that joy and that peace in your heart, that the fact that you're alive is a blessing. Every season I decorate the front of the home with a different wreath or some type of sign. And you can see here that I just took off the one for Thanksgiving and I put up the Christmas wreath, and I'm laying down this Noel outdoor rug, which I love the simplicity of it, and I love how sturdy it is because it's meant to be outside and we're going to be walking on it, and it's going to see a lot of rain and water and snow, so it's going to be durable. Now let me tell you, yes, this is a gardening channel. I love flowers, and a lot of flowers don't survive outside during the winter time, but I could not resist purchasing these live beautiful poinsettias. As you can see in this video, they are so fluffy and so beautiful, and I'm fluffing them out so that they can look their very best. However, when I came out the next day, I saw that they did get frostbitten because they're not meant to be outside in the cold. In fact, poinsettias like to just have a very neutral temperature. Between 65 and 70 is their optimal best. Anything too hot, anything too cold will actually damage their leaves. I like to say that I'm a very good cook. In fact, my family tells me that I'm a good cook, and I'm trying to be a very good baker as well. Baking is completely different than cooking, in the sense that when I was growing up, my mom taught my sisters and I how to cook by looking. We never used any type of measuring cups or measuring spoons. You just looked at your food and you tasted it along the way to see if it was okay. But baking is not like that. Baking requires that you actually use precise measurements. And if you don't use the precise measurements, you're going to find that something is not going to turn out the way it's supposed to be or the way you expect it to be. So one of the cakes that I baked, it didn't do its very best. It actually failed. It crumbled after I cut into it. And so I had no other choice but to get rid of it. can see here that I've served up some hot chocolate, and I made these cookies and brownies for my family to enjoy, and I'm just so excited to always share the love of Christmas with them. My family means the world to me. They are my everything. Every single thing that I do on a daily basis is because of my family, and I'm just so grateful that we have each other. God has been so faithful to each and every one of us. He's been faithful to me. He's been faithful to my family members, to my parents, my siblings, to my loved ones, and including you. He's been faithful. And I pray that during this season, you'll find a lot of joy.
Smells good. Merry Christmas to all. Merry Christmas. Cheers.
So, from my family to yours, I'm wishing you all the very best this holiday season. And I pray that it brings you so much joy, peace, laughter, love with your family, with your loved one. Merry Christmas to you and to your entire family from A Garden and a Bible Farm.